you literally were one of my very first followers. And then when you followed me and I, followed back, I was like, this dude is cool. Like,
if they say talk to your manager, you just say, you know what, talk to the hand. You don't need to be on my podcast. But yeah, dude. Yeah, you do a great job.
Thank you. I always get a kick out of talking with you on Patreon. You have a really good, view on it.
That wasn't planned.
You know what? I like this Canadian.
Well,
like this one.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
What up? What up, y'all? Guess what? We got this cast reveal today. I didn't really have a specific plan to do a ranking or to do anything like that or to say anything specific about the cast reveal. However, I figure it's only right with Big Brother premiering in 2 days and the fact that we are going to be doing a lot of Big Brother stuff this week and this Big Brother season to hit y'all with the cast and to just give my quick preliminary thoughts about the cast. So here you can see the cast on the screen, or you're going to be able to see the cast on my screen, and I'm going to go through each of them one by one. I just watched the little preview video that Big Brother put up. You can see that on Big Brother's Twitter page, and I think it's on their Instagram page as well. And in interest of this video staying up, I'm just going to do the bio version that does not have any videos on it. And here we go. We are starting with America Lopez. Now, somebody told me that America Lopez looks like a mixture of hold on one second. Let me make sure I have this comment right. Give me 1 second. Yeah, America looks like a mixture of Angela and Alyssa. I cannot unsee that now. So it says she is 27 years old. Her hometown is Edinburgh, Texas. She currently lives in Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn. That means hopefully she can do good, and I can get her on my channel at some point. Occupation, medical receptionist. Okay. So I don't know. I think that she could do good on the game. I think that she'll probably be popular. Again, just like I said during my Survivor preview, I have not went on the social media pages of any of these people, so it's literally just me going off of looking at these profile pictures and their occupation and the little tiny clip that Big Brother put up. So I'm not going off of much. It's just like preliminary opinions. So yeah, I think she'll have a good social game. She might be good at some of the games. Who knows? But the fact that she resides in Brooklyn means that she's adaptable. Means that she's savvy, I always give the people, it says she's not from Brooklyn, but I feel like the New York people are always really savvy. Let's see here. We got Blue Kim. Blue Kim already seems to have a fan base. She is from Riverside, California, and currently resides in New York also. She's a brand strategist. All three of those things are interesting. She looks interesting. She sounds interesting. Being a brand strategist, Seems like somebody who would come on there with a plan. I wouldn't be surprised if she's already considering her brand, her looks as in like the looks that she's going to bring into the house and how she wants to be viewed while she's in the house. But, you know, we shall see. Time will tell. But it's a good addition to the mix. Next up, we got Bowie Jane. We always have to have somebody who's completely different from everybody else. 45 years old, hometown of Melbourne, Australia. Currently lives in Los Angeles. So far, a lot of these people from different places, but they've traveled. And occupation, barista, and DJ. So Bowie seems really interesting, energetic. The first two people were in their 20s. Bowie's in the 40s, and this is not the oldest cast member, interestingly enough. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Let's see. We got we got Cameron. We got Cameron Harden from Eastern Georgia, age 34. Occupation is stay-at-home dad. That's interesting. That is interesting. Stay-at-home dad. So that means that he's used to working with kids. Probably has some conflict management skills in the mix. Probably a pretty patient person. He might be somebody who kind of lays low and sticks in the game that way. Seems like a nice guy. We have got Corey Wurtenberger, who is apparently the brother of a former Survivor player. I did not see his brother's season, but I just saw that in online. So it's interesting. One of them went on Survivor, one of them went on Big Brother. He's young. I bet you he has studied the game. I bet you he's like well versed in the game. I think he's a super fan, as a matter of fact, based on some quick stuff that I read. I think being a super fan will carry him to a point. But I think similar to Carson on Survivor, people might start looking at him early like, this guy's a threat. This guy's a threat. He better get himself into a good alliance early on and downplay his intelligence, because I'm pretty sure he's a smart guy. We have got Felicia Cannon, age 63. Black don't crack. Felicia looks great for her age. She's an anomaly though, because aside from the 145-year-old castmate, nobody else is even close to her age. However, on Big Brother Canada season 5, I was sure that Karen was going to be out early because she didn't stick out. She didn't stand. She wasn't like the rest of the group, is what I'm trying to say. But she managed to be in a final 2 seat next to Kevin. So you never know. I don't predict that happening this time, but you never know. You never know. Rooting for you, Felicia. Oh, I haven't been reading these occupations. I don't know why. Okay. Her occupation is real estate agent. Okay, so she's used to brokering deals. I see you. We have got Hizam Goweli, hometown Minneapolis, current city Seattle, occupation geriatric physician. Shout out to you for that. I know that is probably a tough but meaningful position. It takes a caring person to do that, which he seems like on first glance. 45, we got another person in their 40s. So for those people who are like, I want to see more age representation, we have 2 people 40 plus, and we got 1 person 60 plus. So yeah, I wonder if they're going to kind of be like, we're the older people in the house, we got to stick together, or if they're each going to just do their own thing and try to align themselves with some of the younger players. We have got Izzy Leisure, age 32, hometown New York. We got a lot of New York representation this year. Professional flutist. And I saw her in her video, she was like, I got a girlfriend. Izzy seems like a character. Izzy seems interesting. The only thing is, I always wonder about characters when they come onto the show. Sometimes they speak too much, and sometimes they do too much. And even if it's not necessarily that they're a threat, they're potentially people who overplay. Big Brother to me is like a game of chess. The reason I say that is because it's like you play the game and you just wait for the right time to make a right move. So when somebody does something or says something, it makes them an easy choice at times for the house to just kind of go against that person. Oh, I was having a conversation with this person and they let it slip, or they did this or they said that. So let's go after them, because it seems like on Big Brother, they're like, I just want to be safe for the week. So if an opportunity presents itself for me to make an easy move, I'm going to make an easy move. And I say all that to say that Izzy does not appear to be a sit back type of person. So I could see Izzy being the person who's trying to make the moves and doesn't necessarily always go well. But again, what do I know? This is just a guess. We got Jag Baines. Jag seems like a nice guy. He is age 25. He is from Washington. And he's a truck company owner. So they got a lot of diversity in this cast, which I know will bring in a lot of different viewers from a lot of different demographics, which is always a good thing. We want the show to continue, and we want the live feeds to continue. In terms of how he's going to play the game, seems to be a little bit of a wild card to me, so I don't even really know how to predict that. Truck company owner. Well, we know he's smart, and he might be somebody who has a pretty good social game and probably pretty strategic, because that is required in what he does. We have got Jared Fields, and if his face looks familiar, and if his last name looks familiar, I'll get there in a second. Age 25, hometown Norwalk, Connecticut, occupation exterminator. Okay. So, in looking up his information, he said that his mom is the Michael Jordan of Survivor. His mom is Siri Fields, who went on Survivor, I believe 4 times, if I'm not mistaken. She didn't win, but she has a recent win on the, I think it was on, what was it on? Peacock? The Traitors. She has an epic win on the Traitors. So his mom is Siri Fields from Survivor and the Traitors. I'm sure she gave him a lot of tips.
Okay. I found this on the web for Fields from Survivor.
The name, and my MacBook just started talking. I don't know if you guys could hear that. But anyways, I think he probably has a little bit of a leg up, you know, just the fact that his mom's been on TV so many times, even though she was not on the same show. Just the fact that she has been on these types of shows, like 5 shows. But he said that he's not going to let anybody know that that's his mom. But I'm curious to see if anybody picks that up on their own, because he looks like her. Okay, we're going on. We're moving on. All right. Kirsten Elwin, okay. 25 years old, hometown Orlando, Florida, via Dominica. Current city, Houston, molecular biologist. She listed a big list of people that she like. She was like Tiffany, Xavier, Janelle. Like, she listed a bunch of people and said that she's like a mixture of all of those. And she's going to try to downplay her threat level. Here's what I have to say about that. Okay. Taylor won last year. And because Taylor won last year, I think that just naturally, just in the same way the cookout made people worry about, oh, well, what if, you know, the black people band together again? The fact that there was a cookout season, and then there was 2 African Americans in those final 2 seats the next season, and a black woman won. I think that automatically is going to up her threat level. And then also because Taylor won specifically, it was like, we let her go this far because we didn't think that she was going to win. And I don't think that Kirsten will necessarily experience that. But she has all the tools to win. Obviously, she's very smart. It seems like she's very confident. We'll see. It kind of depends on how the house perceives her. I mean, as we have seen, it definitely depends on how the house perceives her. But she did say she's going to downplay. She said she's going to downplay her threat level and say that she's like a stylist or something. But just like we saw with like Monty and Xavier, I don't know how Xavier did it, but you can't do it. It's just not possible. You know, when somebody talks and speaks, like, you have an idea, even if you might not know their exact profession. People are always like, yeah, you do more than that. You just are not telling us. All right. We got Kyle. No, I'm kidding. We got Ace Ventura in the building, a.k.a. Luke Valentine, age 30, Weston, Florida, current city, Coral Springs, Florida. He's an illustrator. Seems to be confident. I was joking about Kyle, but he does look and sound a little Kyle-ish to me. I don't mean that in the Cookout 2.0 type of way. I just mean just visually and the way his voice sounds. We will see how he does, but he appears to be really confident and maybe even overconfident and possibly a target. Possibly that will put a target on his back, but we will see. We'll see how he does in the game. And now we have got Matt Klatz. He's age 27. His hometown is Cameron Park, California. His current city is Baton Rouge, Louisiana. His occupation is Deaflympics gold medalist. So he said in his video that he wants to be a representation. You know, he's hard of hearing. And yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how he communicates within the house. I'm wondering to myself if they're going to have a translator or somebody who does like sign language for him. I guess I assume so, because I don't think that they have ever had somebody who is hard of hearing in the Big Brother house. I don't know that, but because I haven't seen all the seasons, but I don't think that they have, from what I've heard. But obviously he's a winner. Obviously he's going to be good at comps, particularly physical comps. And it's going to be an interesting addition to the mix. We got another queen in the building. We got Nicole. Hope I'm saying her name right. Nicole Hayes. She's from STL. And she currently resides in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. She's a political consultant. Jeez. So the other black lady was a molecular biologist. And this one is a political consultant. Like, man, they picked some smart people to be on this season. Political consultant. I hope she knows how to not come across sounding too rehearsed and too polished. But it could work to her advantage, because maybe she's somebody who's going to be able to influence people and like broker deals. Maybe she's going to be able to head an alliance or be a big part of an alliance. Who knows? Who knows? But she's got potential. Donnie. Why does he have a picture that looks just like Donnie, though? Red. A lot of people online seem to be liking Red. Red is 37 years old. He's from Gatlinburg, Tennessee. His occupation is sales. He's obviously full of personality, very outgoing. You can tell from even just looking at the picture. Like he's speaking to me in the picture. Think that he'll probably be a popular player. I think that, yeah, I think that he'll be well liked. Another wild card, though. It's hard for me to even predict what type of game that he's gonna have. So I'll just leave that as a we'll see. We got Riley Smedley, 24, Portland, Maine. Currently resides in Nashville, Tennessee. she's a bartender. So we know that she's got a good social game. If she tells everyone she's a bartender, I don't know, because like it's interesting. On one hand, people could be like, bartender, she's not a big threat. On the other hand, they could be like, bartender. They could be thinking like, oh, like Alyssa Snyder, that everybody swore was going to be like the hardest person in the world to beat in the game. And be like, you know what? We can save her for next week. We can save her for next week. Yeah, we're going to go after her, but we're going to do it next week. And then next thing you know, she's like in the last 3 or 4, and you're like, how did she get here? Yeah. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your Big Brother season 25 cast. So some obvious observations from a visual standpoint. We have a cast that nobody can say, oh, there's about to be another Cookout 2.0, because there's only 4 Black people on the cast. So that part is not happening, right? So we have representations. Let me see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so it looks like we have a split down the middle. 2, 4. I'm just making sure I'm counting this right. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, it looks like we got an even split. We got 8 females and 8 males. So we can't say that there's an issue of the gender selections. We've got a variety. We've got a variety of different races here. Let's see. Yeah, we got a diverse cast. I think they have some good potential. We've got different age representations. We've got everywhere from 21 to, I believe they said the one lady was 63. We've got a 42-year age gap. 40, that's mind-blowing to me. A 42-year age gap between the youngest and the oldest castmate. So there you have it, folks. That's my quick Big Brother 25 cast preview. Tomorrow, I'm going to be at the lip sync battle, which also serves as the premiere party event of Azah from season 23. I'm going to meet a lot of the cast from season 23 and 24 and some other shows. I'm going to meet them there. A lot of them I've met before, but some of them I'm going to be meeting for the first time. And I think that's going to be a good time. And then Wednesday is a long-awaited day that we have been waiting for months and months and months and months and months. That extra 2 months of waiting felt incredibly long. So on my end, Tuesday and Wednesday, well, Tuesday the show won't have started yet, but Wednesday, I don't know if the live feeds are going to kick off on Wednesday, but even if they are, I'm not going to be covering them. But Thursday, if they got live feeds, you better believe we are going to do some live feed parties. Now, I will say the live feed parties are going to operate a little bit differently for me because I learned that the live feeds could jeopardize your ability to get monetized, and I am trying to get this channel monetized. So what it's going to be is I'm going to have my screen just like I have this, where I'll have the live feed on my right and I'll have myself on the left doing my commentary. Now, I'll say this in advance. Do not come on my channel and tell me to stop talking during the live feed. Do not come on my channel and say, I'm just here for the live feed. Because if you don't want to hear me talk, and if you don't care about my channel or me succeeding with my channel, just pay the $10 and purchase yourself a Paramount Plus account. And you might wonder why I'm saying this, but I'm saying this because this is what some people were telling me last year as I was streaming the live feeds. People would be like, can this guy just shut up? I'm just here for the live feeds. And I'm like, yo, pay the $9.99 and you never got to hear me talk. It's like $30. It's $29.97 to have your Paramount Plus account for the entirety of the season. $29.97. Some of y'all spend less than on a meal. I'm going to be watching. I'll be quiet as I can at points and times when quiet is necessary to hear what's going on with the strategy, but I'm going to be providing my commentary. And more people like it than the people who don't, and the people who don't can kick rocks with socks. What else? Well, I have other things to say, but I'm going to save those. I'm sure that I'll have a chance to reiterate those on game day. But tomorrow I do look forward to meeting a lot of people and providing y'all with coverage. I might go live, but the only thing about going live while I'm there is the fact that it is a, what's it called, lip sync battle. So for them to be lip syncing, there's going to be popular songs that they're going to be lip syncing. So if I were to go live, the live would get shut down right away because YouTube is killer with that nowadays. YouTube doesn't allow you to do jack when it comes to playing music. But I will for sure capture some moments when it's quiet or when there's no lip sync parts going on. And hopefully I'll get to have some conversations. I'm also going to bring my business cards. And I aim to try to talk to as many of the cast of the different shows as possible. And to try to score some interviews, to do some networking. We'll see how it goes. There's a lot of possibilities. And as always, I want to thank everybody. Whether you're new, whether you've been here a while, just thanks for supporting me. Thanks for helping me get my other page mainly off the ground. Let's do something similar with this one. There's 83 followers right now. If you're watching this for the first time, if you're watching me for the first time, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. And Big Brother's coming. The Challenge USA is coming, and Survivor is coming. You're gonna see a lot of me, hear a lot of me, and it's gonna be a busy time and it's gonna be a good time. So I'll talk to all of y'all soon.
So you literally were one of my very first followers. And then when you followed me and I, followed back, I was like, this dude is cool. Like,
if they say talk to your manager, you just say, you know what, talk to the hand. You don't need to be on my podcast. But Yeah, dude. Yeah, you do a great job. This, and
Thank you. I always get a kick out of talking with you on Patreon. You have a really good, view on everything.
That wasn't planned.
You know what?
Thank
But
you.
I like this Canadian. I
Well,
like this one.